Alright, time to start that fire. And welcome to part 3 of Final Fantasy X. In the last episode, we got the means to start the fire, which is the flint and the withered bouquet. And Dumbass is amazed that he actually knows how to make fire. And a fire that high. And something's lurking upstairs. When I first played that game, when I saw that image, that creeped me the fuck out. Anyway.
I need food.
Well, you should have grabbed some marshmallows before Xanarkin was destroyed. Anyway. Why am I stuttering?
It wasn't that at all. You're too lost because of you. You came to say that?
Yeah, because you're a failure. Anyway.
10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Ha! That's funny.
You're crying.
Even the Fate's poking fun at him. Because I guess this is Tidus' high point. He is a very big crybaby. And... oh wait, what the hell was that? Yeah, he just realized something.
Wait! Don't go out on me! Just hold on. I'll get more wood.
Surprise! And now we get to meet the third boss of this game. Let me just get something out of the way right now. Almost every area in this game has a boss. Let's just get that out of the way right now, except for maybe 2 areas. Okay, make that 3. Almost every area in this game has a boss. And basically all you have to do with this boss is just survive long enough until... well... until the game stops, I don't know. Oh, ignore that. That was my mom chopping a spoon in the kitchen. It's nothing of importance. Anyway... real men break the door down with a bazooka! Anyway, on to the fight. This will happen in mid-fight, so yes, you can die beforehand, but it's best to use a potion to keep yourself alive. Because your partner is weaker than you are physically. However, she's now got the ability to use grenades. The thing is, you're gonna have to have the ability of steal and use learned in order for you to use grenades. Since this person already has that, then it's not going to be a problem. The grenades do much more than her physical attacks. I mean, there are people who already know who she is, but just for the people who hasn't played this game yet, I'm not going to spoil it for them. So simply put, bomb the hell out of him and just flat out attack him. And you should have no problems. Well, you in general. Can't say the same for Tidus. Yeah, Tidus just...
That was close.
Yeah, he just realized he's now in the wrong place at the wrong time. We kill it. He's been referred to as an it. He has been officially demoted. He went from Tidus or Tidus to dumbass to it. Yeah, thank you, Square, for canceling out or not showing Riku punching Tidus in the stomach. Just have her stand right next to him, blink, and then all of a sudden Tidus falls to the ground. I have no complaints though. Anyway, we're now on board this cargo ship, and Tidus is still unconscious. Man, talk about a horrible way to go. First, your town gets destroyed, you almost get eaten by a fish, you almost got eaten by another fiend, and now you're a slave on the cargo ship. Wow, your luck sucks, Tidus. I mean, dumbass. Yes, dumbass. That's his name.
I don't understand.
Why is...
Hey! You should be confused and make yourself useful. You understand me?
Haha.
All work.
Man, he just got owned. So let's go on ahead and save. And well, I told you I have a signal just in case I found the Bhed Primer. Well, across from the save point, that's where it is. Oh, another thing about Bhed Primers I forgot to tell you. If you don't get them in certain spots, they will show up in a certain point later on in the game. However, there are 4 that you need to get right then and there, or else you'll never get them unless you have to start a game over again and compile every last Bhed Primer from the previous game onto a new save file. And now they're talking about the game's main point, the spear grid. It's nothing like the license board from Final Fantasy XII. Like once you get to a certain number of license, that's it. It's over. All you have to do is buy the weapons and magic and armor. No. You're gonna basically need the level for the moves, the spears itself for to fill out each spear you run into, even key spears, because there's certain parts on this spear grid that is locked. You have between level 1 to level 4, and mostly some of the bosses drop level 4 keys, and I think other enemies drop level 4 keys later on in the game if you bribe them. But basically this is the system. And even then, there are certain weapons and certain customized weapons you're going to need in order to break 9,999 damage and 9,999 HP, because that's the maximum of damage and HP you can have. However, the maximum of all of your stats is 250. Something Final Fantasy XII will not actually reach as far as your basic stats are concerned. Because your basic stats, once you reach level 99, is at 100. Flat out, that's all. So basically they're showing you only have The level you get is of certain moves. You only have certain moves to make. And right now, Tidus can only make 3 more moves. Which I will be using before I even continue this part. So that's basically the explanation of the spear grid. But I also told you there will be a character whose spear grid depends on that person's overdrive. Yeah, you'll see that person later on also. Well, actually, it's her overdrive depends on her spear grid. Yeah, what a ripoff. First they give you 3, however, then they give you only 1.
We found an ancient ruined system near us. It's not active now, but there should still be some power left. We're gonna go down there and activate it. And then we should be able to salvage the big prize. Okay, let's get to work. Roger.
And here comes the game's other main point. The one thing you will never see in any other game after this. Except for in 10-2, probably at the end of the game there. The swim mechanic. The swim mechanic is helpful in this game, well, in this part, and in certain other parts. Especially a one area which will remain nameless. But still, of course, random encounters. I forgot to mention about this too. You only see a limited amount of random encounters here. But in certain areas of the game where I grind, I will try to make them as minimum as humanly possible. I won't be grinding on screen. And thanks to the fact that they're not in real time, but in dimensions, that's just going to make it easier for me to cut some of that BS out. Yeah, and always save, just in case something goes terribly wrong in this stage. I can say that the save file is much shorter than what is it. And see this here? This is why I named him Dumbass. I'll make it work! Bang, bang! I'll make it work! There, it's working! Seriously. Banging on electrical equipments to make them work. Wow. That's just flat out stupid. Okay, this is something I can't deal. I mean, this is nothing I can do about this. This is actually a scripted battle. And there are a lot of scripted battles. But the one at the end of the game is not scripted. It's flat out BS. And it'll take a long, long time. So I'm not gonna worry about. Oh no. You serious? He just punched the core and it worked. And triggered the boss. Yes, this place has a boss too. And that'll be the fourth boss that we... No, the fifth boss we actually... No, wait, no, wait, no, wait. Right, fourth boss, fourth boss. And again, grenades actually help. But also you want to raise your attack and defense. That's why I use cheer. That move will definitely come in handy. Well, that's my opinion. Also, there's trigger commands. There's certain... Yeah, there are certain commands that you can actually use. Oh, that motherfucker! Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. There are certain commands you can use that if you trigger command, then it'll make the battles easier. There are some battles that actually will be piss easy if you use the commands. Oh, joy. Pincer attack. But get used to it, folks, because there's going to be some points where only Riku, well, okay, only Tidus and later on Riku, might as well say, because it's going to be revealed in this part anyway, there's going to be certain parts where Riku and Tidus will be the only ones allowed to use action commands. Yeah, and you might want to hear yourself because once again you can die. Even though this game does generously gives you... Yeah, even though this game does generously gives you Phoenix Downs, at the same time, it'll make you use them. And that's it! He doesn't have much HP, so this boss is done. Just follow Riku out. That's all you gotta do. It's alive! It's alive! Through idiotically banging on the control panel and the energy core! It's alive! Anyway, there is one other thing I want to stress that this game has over 12. Protection from death. You'll have to customize it, and there's certain weapons that, well, certain items that, well, okay, let me try to calm myself down. Certain accessories that drop that you can have protection from death from, but at least you have protection from instant death in this game. Or just simply turn yourself into a zombie. Either way, Finally, finally I'm in a game that actually has protection from death. And finally, the owl Bhed has finished unearthing that gigantic ship. So, we're going to see exactly what happens next in part 4. This is RVMan985. See you guys next time.